ultimate waterfall system? Let's debate it. Is it Niagara Falls? Is it Victoria Falls? Brace yourselves, because after standing face to face with Iguazu Falls, I will make the argument that this is the #1 waterfall system in the world. And I'll give you 3 reasons right out of the gate as to why. Reason number 1, Iguazu isn't just big, it's overwhelming. We're talking 275 separate falls that stretch nearly 2 miles across the border of Argentina and Brazil. That's wider than Victoria, taller than Niagara in spots, and honestly so massive it feels like the planet decided to flex all of its power in just one place. Reason number 2 is if there's a crown jewel, it's Garganta del Diablo, or Devil's Throat. Imagine standing on a catwalk right above a 300-foot drop with mist blasting so high it creates its own weather. The roar is deafening, the spray soaks you instantly, and you're not just looking at a waterfall, you're inside it. Niagara gives you ponchos, but Iguazu gives you a baptism. Reason number 3, Iguazu isn't boxed in by cities or neon lights. It's raw, it's wild, it's literally in the middle of 2 UNESCO protected national parks, one in Argentina and one in Brazil. That means you're walking through rainforest trails where toucans fly overhead, monkeys swing across the trees, and butterflies swarm. No other world-famous waterfall system delivers this much nature. No other waterfall system. So yeah, Iguazu checks all the boxes. Massive scale, an unforgettable experience, and nature that puts you right in your place. So is Iguazu the ultimate waterfall? You tell me in the comments, but spoiler alert, Niagara and Victoria aren't even on the list. So come on already, let's go. Hi everyone, I'm Leslie, and if you're new around here, travel is my jam. It literally flows through my veins. My passport is my ultimate favorite book, and I plan a trip almost every time I'm on a trip. So if that gives you any idea of what we got going on around here, I'm glad you're here. Let me set the stage for you here at Iguazu. Royal Caribbean was gonna ensure we did not miss Iguazu Falls, and they did it in a way that's hard to get your head around. Hundreds of people were flown on private flights from Buenos Aires to Iguazu. In fact, our pilot welcomed us on board by saying, "Welcome to the ultimate world cruise flight to Iguazu." How crazy cool is that? Side note, we had an option to do an overnight in Iguazu, but we wanted to be sure to be able to see Buenos Aires as well. So one day in Iguazu, one day in Buenos Aires was check, check, and it was the absolute perfect decision for us, and let me show you why. In just 2 hours from bustling Buenos Aires, we touched down over one of the most jaw-dropping natural wonders on the planet. Flights are frequent here from Buenos Aires, and they're serviced by carriers like Aer Lingus, which is what we took, JetSmart, and Flybondi. A pro tip here is if you book smart, say like 6 weeks ahead of time, or go during midweek, fares can be as little as $100 round trip, and trust me, it's worth thousands. Iguazu Falls is an UNESCO World Heritage Site that sits inside Iguazu National Park, straddling both Argentina and Brazil. Both sides protect one of the most biodiverse rainforests in the world. With over 250,000 hectares, this rainforest is home to over 2,000 plant species, 400 bird species, and rare wildlife like jaguars, giant otters, tapirs, toucans, and coatis. The coatis are kind of adopted Iguazu Falls mascots, and I'll tell you about them in a second. The waterfall system is made up of, like I said, 275 separate waterfalls that stretch almost 2 miles across. The most famous is Devil's Throat, a U-shaped curtain of water that's deafeningly mesmerizing and definitely the highlight. As you navigate through the park, you'll see sweeping panoramas. There's a single trail that's about a mile that leads to a stunning wide-angle view of the entire system and ends with a catwalk into the Devil's Throat. There's a train that runs every 30 minutes that takes you from the entrance of the park deeper in towards the falls. Don't forget your waterproof or quick dry clothes, and of course your waterproof phone case. You're gonna need it. There is limited water and food inside the park, so bring water, snacks, or maybe even pack a picnic. But you wanna watch out for all the sneaky wildlife. Like these guys. These are the coatis, part of South America's raccoon family. They roam free here as Iguazu's unofficial mascot. They're cute, they're curious. They're so curious, in fact, that they'll rifle through your bag for snacks or even snatch food and drinks right out of your hands. And although they're super cute, there's signs everywhere warning visitors not to feed them and not to get too close to them. They have sharp claws and teeth, and they can be aggressive. The park rangers are close by, even reminding everyone not to pose for pictures with them. They're cute, but they're sneaky little meanies. When you come around the corner for the falls reveal, it is the definition of breathtaking. It's so awesome, so loud, so stunningly beautiful. It will take your breath away. The U-shaped chasm here, Devil's Throat, is where most of the water crashes down. Standing here, you're surrounded on all three sides by thundering water that is so loud and so stunningly beautiful. The height of the falls here ranges from 200 to 269 feet with an average flow of about 62,000 cubic feet per second. During flood season, that can be 12 times that much water. That's making it one of the most powerful water systems in the world.
Can you hear that sound?
By comparison, Niagara Falls is 167 feet high and has 85,000 cubic feet per second, more concentrated but not as wide. Victoria Falls is taller at 354 feet and wider at 1 mile, but Iguazu has way more cascades and sections and creates a wall of water effect that feels endless. And because of all the mist, you're almost always able to see rainbows somewhere, and sometimes even double rainbows. And do you think the water flow ever stops here? Yes. Shockingly, in 2014, the river flow dropped by 90% during a record drought, leaving much of the falls dry for days. And in 2016, the opposite happened. Torrential rains made the flow surge to 33 times its normal rate, breaking walkways on the Argentina side. So the bottom line, Niagara may be bigger in flow, Victoria may be taller, but Iguazu, it's a sensory overload. 275 cascades roaring in unison. No photo, no video, no filter can capture what it feels like to stand here, surrounded by rainbows, mist on your skin, and the roar that literally shakes your chest. Niagara gives you power, Victoria gives you drama, but Iguazu gives you everything at once. A wall of water that stretches farther than your eyes can follow. Wildlife at your feet, jungle overhead, and a forest so alive it sometimes silences itself only to come back stronger than ever. This is nature in its most theatrical, unapologetic form. If you ever get the chance to see it, don't hesitate. If you don't have it on your bucket list, add it today and shoot it right to the top. It was spectacular. The day you stand here, you will understand why and maybe agree that it is the #1 waterfall system in the world. It will literally leave you changed at your core. Such an incredible, special day we had face to face with Iguazu Falls. And before we go, our pilot flew us over the falls on our way out. Look at this. Absolutely jaw-dropping. So on the other hand, I'm dying to know if you've been to Iguazu Falls. If you did you do Argentina side? Did you do the Brazil side? Did you do both? Did you stay overnight? Tell me all the details. I would love to hear it. This one was so perfect for us because now we get an extra day in Buenos Aires and we are super excited to see it. So that's a good segue to remind you to subscribe, because you want to be sure to see Buenos Aires. And as you can imagine, we're working our way down to the tip of South America, which for those geographically challenged, it's not just the tip of South America down there. We're going to cross over there, and I'm not going to tell you anymore, but you're not going to want to miss it. So I know you won't want to miss Buenos Aires, and I won't want to miss you there with me. So until then, bye for now.